Beautiful people, today we have the top 10 most underrated players in FC 25. And full disclaimer, these are my choices. Put yours in the comment section. We can have some back and forth. As for the honorable mentions, and I've got quite a few. Rodrigo, the 91, gold, baseline, Ballon d'Or winner, tiki-taka playstyle plus, that release, the precision of the passing, the splitting of the passes, it changes everything in his positioning, defensive breakups. It's good to go. Sasha boy! I just wanted to say it like that. Also received his first upgrade from FC Pro. And I want to reserve honorable mentions for some of the SBCs. I don't want to go above and beyond with those in the top 10 because most of them are not going to be available for you to complete. Which leads me to Sissoko. I don't know if he's underrated. Maybe he's just the most overpowered, but I think he has to be mentioned due to the price point, the deliverables. Obviously, if you did the SBC, you also knocked out the Evos. I'm not going into a big deep dive on those, but he's freaking outstanding. Salma, and hear me out, her 79 was fantastic first couple weeks. But at this current day and age, you can upgrade her to an 87 via evolutions, or if you go to the marketplace, there is a version available, but I think the price point being not light, it would not necessarily fit into underrated. But I wanted to talk about her in general because I've been so impressed, and she came out of nowhere. Last year wasn't like this, and she's making rotations. You see her in squads, you see her being used in rush. Patry, as recording, she is also still available. Wink, wink. This is a notification if you like. Long ball playstyle plus, so much control in the middies. You will always have easy link up play because she's part of that Barcelona women's side that has all the pushers, all the talent. Prime time across the board. God tier Nunez, not sure if he should be here. Whatever your expectation is, he goes above and beyond. That's the reality. He has been an absolute must in my team. Let me get a stat check. In 182 games played, he has 217 goals and 126 assists. And that's coming from foot champs, division rivals. How could I not mention him? Speaking of El Shaarawy, maybe it's just nostalgic vibes. I've been impressed. Another recent SBC was on that Flash squad building challenge. You only had 24 hours. And if you've gotten to this point of the video and you have not checked if you're subscribed, that'd be high key appreciated. And at number 10, I've gone with Forlan. This is the bread and butter. You didn't have him on your list. His natural positioning is absolutely fantastic. And you add in the power shot plus, every time that I've used him, I found myself second guessing or questioning why he's not being seen more frequently, more often. This man is official with the whistle. Number 9, and I have a heavy bias, but Bompastor. And I don't care if you go for the 86 or the 87. I've used both, but in a game of fullbacks that have a lot of questionable movements and attacking measures and impact, for 30-something thousand coin, her touches, clean, crispy. Even the interceptions or the overtaking of tackles, which doesn't necessarily make sense with some of her stat lines or playstyles, I'm not backtracking. But Bompastor has been on the radar since last year, and this is going to be more of the same. Number 8, we're going iconic. Haji, the Romanian. Obi would be oh so proud. And just over 100,000 coins. This is intro level icon goodness or greatness. Power shot plus, but it's the passing and the touches. There's this comfortable nature. We're talking the new feather sectional in the living room. Haji could be the surround sound for the entire home. He provides the vibe. At number 7, pick a Harry. We're talking about cool. Heading to Aussie land. Whether the 87, who has power shot, or the 88 that now has rapid, and you're doubling the price point if you want to do some sort of compare and contrast, that choice is up to you. But the Trivelas, easy pickups. Flying into the back corner, play him on the left side of the pitch. You've got underrated passing and crossing. He's had more than 200 caps for the organization. I have the utmost confidence in Mr. Cool and what he's going to give you. Input, output, price point, and by definition, underrated. Speaking of, at number 6, Barnes. And as someone who is far from a Liverpool supporter, this guy's got the technical wing play or attacking midfield movements, but it looks like he's been bench pressing or he's doing squats. It's a gym bro that's been certifiable. 85 physical for this position is unheard of, especially while maintaining movement. And I would have watched the fight if you get Barnes going up against Tyson. I'm not here to be a broken record, but I will reiterate, an icon that is being overlooked, that has already been upgraded. You don't have to spend a lot of cash flow, and you have an impact player, a performer, someone a little more unorthodox, a difference maker, gives you some uniqueness. At number 5, we're looking at Kimmy, Free R Us, Free City, the tower that Kim built. Can't stress this enough. This is the best type of player to have in the lineup, the ones that cost you absolutely nothing. We're not talking SBCs, we're not talking marketplace, just an easy objective. I still use him quite frequently off the bench. He's that super sub. The confidence that I have, the reliability, the structure, he is a unit of a player. And if you're building out of the Bundesliga, smooth sailing. And he's been waiting all year, shoulder to shoulder, conflict resolution. Number 4, back-to-back big bodies, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. And he has upgraded. You got the Ruud Gullit type of stat lines, the space that he takes up, box to box or in a holding role, skill moves, weak foot, track record, linkability, all things collectively, and he's not necessarily talked about. I need midfielders that stay 10 toes down, locked into the program. Number 3, this could be a hot take, but if you watch me play, Laudrup has been absolutely chefing up. This man cooks for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it all comes down to that trickster play style and the fake shot and the turns and the burns and the fluidity. The man's got gas and he's been oiling it up. No diddy. Number 2, Oshoala. Wow. And again, 20,000 coins, one of the most explosive players I've used. Feels like a created player. She's not real. Put her into 2K or on the Pro Club's track, or I guess the F1 track would maybe make more sense. Get her some sort of sponsorship. Put her into the equation. She's giving you the variables, and the speed is unbelievable. And 0 to 100 separation, play style plus action, able to finish, and is absolutely coasting by fullbacks and center backs. She's just got that extracurricular. Sometimes you have the aura, other times you don't. Which leads me to number 1, we have Malen. And I was thinking about it. I was rerunning the years. Is he the greatest free item ever? And the longevity is there. The touches, pristine. The turning, responsive. Skill moves, Trivelas, finishing. I'm finding key passes. And this past weekend, I compared Malen to Hansen. And I can't believe it, but he outperformed. I preferred using Malen. He's almost like a donation that just keeps on giving. Santa Claus Malen. We can make it seasonal. I don't know how this happened. He's never been this good. He does have a bit of an overpowered track record or previous history. He's got the burner, but the complete packaging and the fact that he was free cost you nothing, a little bit of your time. And most of us throughout the previous season had plenty of opportunities to unlock some of those points. It wasn't a heavy grind. It wasn't something that was on your mind. And this was a fantastic reward, and you got a free loan earlier, so you already had an idea what you were investing into. It was just perfection, or he is perfection, and he has to be at the number 1 slot for yours truly. Let me know your thoughts. Again, this is my top 10 players that have stood out when I go up against them, when I use them, and I look forward to some names that have been special for you, and feel free to use SBCs and EVOs as well. As always, I have a lot more content coming out ASAP.